Imagine your car losing £1,000 of value every single month. Not because you crashed it, not because you neglected it, simply because you chose the wrong model. By the time you realize, it is already too late to sell, too late to trade. The dealer laughs at your part exchange figure, the private buyer ghosts you, and the finance company still wants every penny. In 2026, this is not bad luck, this is a pattern. 10 specific SUV models are doing this to UK owners right now, and most of them have no idea until it is already done. Start with the Jaguar I-Pace, once the flagship of British electric SUVs, and now a cautionary tale for anyone considering a premium badge as protection against a financial disaster. According to Auto Express, the I-Pace retains less than 28% of its value after just 3 years. That means a buyer who paid over £65,000 for a new I-Pace in 2023 is staring at a loss of £47,000 or more by 2026. The official 292-mile range, once a selling point, is now outclassed by Chinese electric vehicles and even budget models costing half as much. Jaguar's 2026 brand overhaul has only made things worse. Dealers are slashing prices, desperate to clear out old stock that private buyers won't touch. For owners, it's a one-way street, zero demand, endless depreciation, and a car that's suddenly unsellable. Move to the MG ZS EV, a model that promised affordable electric motoring for the masses. But in 2026, it's a trap. 3-year retention hovers between 40 and 45%, and the figure is falling fast as the market is flooded with cheaper, better-equipped Chinese rivals like BYD and NIO. Trust in the MG badge is shaky outside major cities, where repair networks are thin and battery warranty issues remain unresolved. Dealers are increasingly reluctant to take them in trade, citing oversupply and the risk of expensive, slow repairs. Owners in rural areas in particular find themselves stranded, unable to sell, unable to repair, and watching their investment drain away month by month. Then comes the Audi Q4 E-Tron, proof that even Germany's most prestigious brands are not immune. This £45,000 SUV now loses 65 to 70% of its value in 3 years, leaving owners with cars worth as little as £13,500 to £15,750. The platform is already outdated compared to Tesla and the latest Chinese entrants, while annual servicing runs from £2,000 to £4,000. Dealers are stuck with rows of unsold Q4s, unable to move them even at steep discounts. For buyers who thought the Audi badge meant safety, the reality is a catastrophic collapse in value and a used market drowning in unwanted stock. No badge, no price point, no promise is safe. In 2026, these 3 SUVs, Jaguar I-Pace, MG ZS EV, Audi Q4 E-Tron, show that the collapse is not a fluke, it's a pattern. The next wave of so-called affordable electric vehicles faces an even steeper cliff. The illusion of safety at the entry level is shattered by 3 models that dominate city streets and family driveways: the Fiat 500e, Mazda MX-30, and Peugeot E-208. For young, first-time EV owners, these names once promised affordable electric freedom. In 2026, they deliver something else entirely: financial carnage. Start with the Fiat 500e. On paper, it is the perfect urban runabout. In reality, it is a depreciation disaster. The 500e loses 52% of its value in the first 12 months, one of the worst drops ever recorded for a mainstream UK car. That means a buyer spending £30,000 on a new 500e in 2025 is left with a car worth barely £14,000 a year later. Reliability is another nightmare. Italian electronics are notorious for failures, and out-of-warranty repairs for transmission or electrical faults can run £2,000 to £4,000. The limited dealer network only adds to the pain, with repair waits stretching 6 to 10 weeks. Insurance groups are higher than many buyers expect, compounding the running costs that quickly spiral out of control. Dealers are now refusing to take 500e trade-ins, citing unsellable stock and endless warranty claims. The Mazda MX-30 is even more unforgiving. Its 35.5 kilowatt-hours battery is the smallest in the segment, and while Mazda claims 124 miles, real-world owners struggle to see more than 90 to 100 miles per charge. Battery degradation is relentless, making the car less usable with each passing year. Dealers cannot justify the price when rivals offer twice the range for similar money. As expectations for EVs rise, the MX-30's depreciation accelerates, and buyers are left with a car that no one wants, even at a steep discount. Families drawn to the Peugeot E-208 face a different trap. 3-year depreciation runs between 60 and 65%, driven by a real-world range of just 150 miles, far short of the official claim of 206 miles. Cheaper Chinese EVs undercut the Peugeot by £5,000 to £10,000, flooding the market and destroying used prices. Stellantis platform reliability issues are well documented, with recurring software and charging faults that deter second-hand buyers. Dealers, overwhelmed by oversupply, are refusing 2008s in part exchange altogether. For young urban drivers, commuters and families alike, these so-called affordable EVs are not a stepping stone, they are a financial sinkhole. Land Rover Discovery Sport and Alfa Romeo Stelvio are two names that promise prestige but deliver devastation for UK families and enthusiasts alike. For Discovery Sport owners, the nightmare starts when the warranty expires. Chronic electrical failures, air suspension faults, and software glitches are routine. Each visit to the garage can cost between £3,000 and £6,000 a year just to keep the car on the road. Labour rates for these repairs run £130 to £160 an hour, and many independent garages refuse to touch them, leaving owners trapped at main dealers with no negotiating power. The Discovery Sport consistently ranks in the bottom 3 for UK reliability according to JD Power, Which, and What Car. Once the safety net of manufacturer cover disappears, costs escalate rapidly and resale value plummets, making it nearly impossible to sell without taking a massive loss. The Alfa Romeo Stelvio is no safer haven. Despite its premium price tag, it sits in the bottom 5 for reliability in every major UK survey. Gearbox failures are notorious, with repairs running £4,000 to £6,000, while persistent electronics issues regularly demand £2,000 to £3,500 out of pocket. Only specialist garages will take on Stelvio repairs, and private buyers are fleeing the model, and cost awareness has frozen the second-hand market. In just 3 years, owners can lose 55 to 60% of the car's value, a collapse that leaves even high-spec Stelvios unsellable. For both models, what begins as a badge of status ends as a relentless drain on savings, with broken promises and bank accounts to match. Ford's Kuga plug-in hybrid is the family hybrid that became a cautionary tale overnight. In 2024, a fire risk recall swept through the Kuga plug-in hybrid lineup, targeting battery modules with a documented risk of thermal runaway. Owners faced immediate uncertainty. Hundreds of vehicles were pulled off the road, and those waiting for repairs found themselves trapped for months. Battery module replacements cost up to £3,500 per vehicle, but the real price was paid in confidence. Even after repairs, dealers slashed trade-in offers by 11% below the original price for 3-year-old models, and private buyers disappeared, spooked by the recall headlines and the spectre of future warranty disputes. For lease return drivers, the nightmare is financial. The car is technically fixed, but the stigma lingers, and the second-hand market treats every Kuga plug-in hybrid with suspicion. The result is a slow-motion collapse in value and a growing pool of stranded owners unable to exit their contracts without taking a heavy loss. Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. Plug-in hybrid owners face a different kind of disaster. When Mitsubishi announced its full exit from the UK passenger car market in 2026, every Eclipse Cross instantly became an orphan. There is now zero official dealer support, no new parts coming into the country, and warranty coverage is a memory. Routine repairs that once took days now mean 10 to 16 weeks waiting for parts if they arrive at all. The most common failure, dual clutch transmission wear, carries a £1,100 bill and no guarantee of a quick fix. Dealers refuse these cars outright, knowing they cannot back up a sale with parts or service. For owners, resale value has evaporated. The market treats the Eclipse Cross as radioactive, unsellable, unsupported, and abandoned by its maker. These two models expose the brutal reality of recall stigma and orphaned brands. Safety fears and corporate exits do not just dent confidence, they wipe out value, trapping ordinary drivers in cars no one else will touch. The collapse in value across these 10 SUVs is not an accident or a quirk of the market. It is the result of 5 relentless forces hammering the entire segment. First, electric vehicle technology is evolving so quickly that even 2-year-old models are obsolete, with new battery platforms and software updates making yesterday's cars nearly unsellable. Second, the flood of cheap Chinese imports, BYD, NIO and others, has reset used prices downward overnight, erasing any hope of recovery for European and Japanese brands. Third, widespread reliability failures and chronic faults have destroyed trust, with owners facing repair bills that often exceed what the car is worth. Fourth, premium brands now demand £2,000 to £6,000 a year just to keep problem SUVs on the road, pushing running costs beyond reason. And finally, dealers are refusing trade-ins on these models, leaving owners trapped in negative equity with cars they cannot sell. This is not a series of isolated disasters. It is a systemic pattern that turns every one of these SUVs into a financial trap. Check retained value before you buy. Toyota RAV4 holds 60%, Kia Sportage 55%, and Honda CR-V 57% after 3 years. Always cross-check reliability ratings from JD Power. Which and what car? Never purchase a discontinued brand or any SUV with unresolved recall history. Calculate total 3-year cost, including insurance, servicing, and expected depreciation before signing any deal. Right now, these SUVs are financial traps. Catastrophic depreciation, orphaned brands, unsellable stock, and repair costs exceed what is left of their value. If you buy blind, you risk losing thousands and having no way out. These 10 look attractive on paper, but the data tells a different story. Share your experience below.